Good afternoon and welcome to Glen Turner Field, where we're here for COBA Major Baseball League action this afternoon between the Arundel Cardinals and the Milton Red Sox. It's Milton Red Sox Alumni Day here at the park, so pretty good crowd starting to filter in here as we just about get ready here for opening pitch. We'll get to the lineups here in between innings. Right now we're all set here. As the battery today for the Milton Red Sox is the young right-hander Nate Hamill taking the mound as he delivers strike one. Working with him behind the plate is catcher Jacob Siracusa. Leadoff batter here for the Cardinals is Pitt Murray Smith. That one hit on the ground to short. Cruz up with the ball across the diamond in time to retire Murray Smith for the first out of the game. Just getting our remote set up here for our scoreboard. So we have one out now. It's going to be the left fielder, Ryan Bando. He's swinging at the first pitch. He pops that up in the infield. Catch going to be made there, and like that, there's two quick outs here for the Cardinals. So that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Jay Woodford, for his first at bat of the day. That slider drops in there for strike one. Defensively for the Red Sox, across the outfield, left to right, we have Aaron Nash in left field, Liam Buckley playing center, and right field is Ben Singh. That slider chopped on the ground towards first, and that is going to go just foul. On the infield at third base, we have Josh Maxwell, the shortstop, Christian DeCruz. At second base, Matt Fusco. And playing at first is Chris Smorenberg. As we said, doing the catching is Jacob Siracusa, and the pitcher is young right-hander Nate Hamill. The 0-2 pitch hit out towards right field. Very windy day here in Milton, as that one's going to get caught up in the wind and drop in for a single. So the Cards with a runner here in the first with two outs. Third baseman John DeWolf going to step in now. That first pitch belted to left field. That's going to send the left fielder back. That's over his head, just up to the base of the wall. Woodford going to make his way to third. He's going to get the stop sign there. So, 2-out double now has runners at second and third for the Cardinals. First baseman Andrew Mullen going to dig in. Pretty strong wind out to left field here today, so anything out that way is going to get a little bit of help. First pitch to Mullen misses down for ball one. Slider outside as well. Count now 2-0. That ball belted down the third baseline, just foul. Just missing Jay Woodford there. Count now 2 balls, 1 strike. Top of the first here, just underway on Alumni Day here at Glen Turner Field for the Milton Red Sox. Another pitch inside. That one yanked foul down by the Milton dugout. Evens the count now 2-2. Jay Woodford, the runner on third. John DeWolf, the runner on second after his double. Count 2-2 here on the first baseman, Andrew Mullen. That one popped up on the infield towards second base. Right fielder going to come in and camp under that as Ben Singh makes the catch. And that's all for the Cardinals here in the top half of the first inning. No runs on one hit. There were no Red Sox errors. And the Cardinals leave 2 runners on base. The score after 1/2 inning of play, it is the Erindale Cardinals no score, with the Milton Red Sox coming to bat. Coba Major Baseball League action here. Our live stream today brought to you by our sponsor, Benny Sportswear. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back for the bottom of the first here in a couple of minutes. While we got a second here, we'll go through the defensive alignment for the Cardinals. In the outfield, playing left field, is Ryan Bando. Center fielder is number 14, ERIN Palmer. In right field, we have number 42, David Walling. On the infield, playing third base, we have John DeWolf. The shortstop is Pip Murray-Smith. At second base, we have Jackson Pike. And playing first base today is Andrew Mullen. Doing the catching for the Cardinals today is Luke Mabley. And on the mound is right-hander Prem Nayak. First pitch hit on the ground to third base across the diamond in time to retire leadoff batter Liam Buckley. And it's 1 pitch, 1 out here for the young right-hander Nayak here in the bottom of the first. So that's going to bring up the third baseman, Josh Maxwell. Curveball that drops in the inside corner for strike 1. Bottom of the first inning here. First of 2 games today between these 2 teams. And slider on the outside corner for strike 2. Quickly, Nayak up 0-2. That pitch misses up and in for ball 1. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Catcher Jacob Siracusa waits on deck. That slider just down and out for ball 2. Two-two pitch. Slider just misses for a ball. Count full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count pitch. Slider swung on and missed. So now there are 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the first, catcher Jacob Siracusa digs in for his first at-bat of the day. And fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Here's the pitcher. A slider that misses down and in for ball 1. Count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, just underway here. Coba Major Baseball League action here at Glenn Turner Field between the Erindale Cardinals and Milton Red Sox. That pitch just misses up for a ball. 2-1 now the count. Milton Red Sox Alumni Day here at the park. That pitch tipped into the catcher's mitt, held on to by Mabley for strike 2. Count even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That pitch swung on and missed. Syracuse down on strikes. And that is all for the Milton Red Sox here in the bottom of the first inning. No runs, no hits, no Arundel errors, no one left on base. The score after 1 complete inning of play, it is the Arundel Cardinals no score, and the Milton Red Sox no score. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back for the top of the second inning. Our live stream today being brought to you by Gold sponsor Benny's Sportswear. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back here in a few minutes. Welcome back. We're just about ready here for the top of the second inning. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Cardinals with center fielder Aaron Palmer leading things off. Catcher Luke Mabley is due up second this inning with the second baseman Jackson Pike due up third. In first of 2 games today between these 2 teams. Because of the doubleheader, instead of the regular 9 innings, these will be 2 7-inning games. As young right-hander Nate Hamill gets ready for his second inning of work in this one. First pitch to Palmer. That pitch finds the outside corner for strike 1. That pitch popped up on the infield. Hamill going to make the call. And that will go off the end of his glove and drop foul. So another life here for Palmer as he makes his way back to the dish. Finds himself in an 0-2 count here. So Hamill comes set. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fastball popped up again. This one out towards right center field. The catch going to be made there by the right fielder, Ben Singh. And Palmer's down for the first out here in the top of the second. So with 1 out, the catcher, Luke Mabley, going to make his way to the dish. His first pitch from Nate Hamill is just going to miss down and away for ball 1. That pitch misses outside as well for ball 2. Now 2 balls and no strikes. Beautiful day for baseball here in Milton. Sun out, not too hot. That pitch going to find the bottom of the zone for strike one. Count now 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball hit on the ground to second base. Fusco up with it, on to first. And Mabley is retired for the second out. So 2 outs now. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Jackson Pike. And no score here as we play in the top of the second inning, just underway in this one. Fastball just misses inside from Hamill for ball 1. 1-0 pitch. Slider popped up towards the Erindale dugout, and that's going to get out of play. Count evens up now, 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch from Hamill. Fastball belted to center field. That's going to get down in front of Liam Buckley. Just like the first inning, the Cards get things going here in the top of the second with 2 outs as they get a single there from second baseman Jackson Pike. And that's going to bring up the right fielder and number 9 hitter David Walling. Walling, a late addition to the lineup here in the first game, as Caleb D'Souza was lined up to play right field, but last minute switch has Walling in now as Hamill checks over at first. Pike back in time safely. Hamill's first pitch, that one misses up for ball 1. Walling with a look down to third base here. A few signs from third base coach John Kelb. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one hit towards right field, and that's going to be trouble with the wind. That's going to get down in front of Ben Singh. Pike was on the move on that pitch. He'll make his way to third. We now have runners on the corners with 2 outs. We're back to the top of the order for shortstop Pip Murray-Smith. So a little bit of a 2-out rally here again from the Cardinals in this inning, as they did in the first. Get a check over to first base, Walling back in time. And we're going to check again, Walling back in plenty of time that time. First pitch. A little slider just misses the outside corner for ball 1. Murray-Smith 0 for 1 today so far, grounded out to shortstop Christian DeCruz back in the first. Walling with his lead from first. That slider misses down for ball 2. So 2-0 count here to the shortstop, Pip Murray-Smith. One of a handful of veterans still kicking around for this Erindale team. As that one hit on the ground towards second base, Fusco with a couple of steps over. He's not going to come up cleanly with that one, though. So Murray-Smith going to reach on the error to the second baseman, Matt Fusco. And that will bring the first run of the game across for the Cardinals. They now lead this game 1-0. A little bit of tough luck there for the Red Sox as Hamill able to induce the ground ball there. Fusco unable to make the play, though, and that's going to bring up the left fielder Ryan Vando, who takes a pitch outside for ball 1. That pitch tipped into the catcher's mitt for strike one. 1-1 the count here, top of the second inning. Runners on first and second for the Arundel Cardinals. They have one run across here in this inning and lead this game 1-0. That pitch going to find the outside corner for strike two. Hamill now ahead in this at bat, 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch, slider just misses down and away for a ball. Count now 2-2. David Walling takes his lead from second. Pip Murray-Smith, the runner, on first. Here's the pitch. I'm going to miss down and away for a ball. Count full now, 3 balls, 2 strikes. So runners are going to be on the move here for the Cardinals with 2 outs. Hamill with a long look in here to catcher Jacob Syracuse. He has the pitch that he wants. Here's the pitch. That one belted towards right field. That is going to get down for a single. David Walling getting the wave from third. Throw is going to be up the first base line. Murray Smith's going to make his way to third on the throw. And that's an RBI single for Ryan Bando. And they increase the Arundel lead now to 2-0. So the Cardinals making that error heard at second base as they've now plated a pair of runs into a dangerous part of their order now as designated hitter Jay Woodford digs in for his second at bat of the day. Woodford had a single in his first at bat as the runner takes off to second base. He's there safely. Pip Murray-Smith going to trot across the plate. With the third run of the inning here for the Cardinals, they extend their lead now to 3-0. That'll be a stolen base for Ryan Bando. That pitch also misses for a ball. So Bando, the runner at second. Woodford with a 2-0 count at the plate, facing right-hander Nathan Hamill. That ball in on the hands, popped up behind the plate. Catcher Syracuse goes back. Again, the wind playing with some fly balls in the air here as he makes an attempt at that one just off the tip of his glove and drops foul. Syracuse taking a second to collect himself here. Took a pretty hard fall there. We're going to get a mound visit here from the Milton coaching staff. More so, I think, just to get everyone a deep breath here and try and get this last out in this inning. Everything going pretty smooth as Hamill was able to retire the first 2 batters. And then a pair of singles followed by an error brought the first run into the game for the Cardinals. They've since tacked on 2 more here now and lead this game 3-0 here in the top of the second. First of 2 games we're going to be bringing you here today from Glenn Turner Field in Milton. Coba Major Baseball League doubleheader action on Milton. Red Sox Alumni Day here at the park. And if you take a peek around, it's a pretty good crowd that's filtered in here as we've been going through this one so far. So Marv King going to make his way back to the bench. And we reset here. 2-1 the count on Woodford. Ryan Bando, the runner at second. Hamill comes set at the belt. Here's the pitch. That one misses down and in for a ball. Hitters count here for Woodford now at 3-1. Talked about the veteran presence here on this Arundel team. A handful of players left. Of course, I played for the Cardinals as well, so a few teammates that I would have played with. That ball hit a mile high towards right field. It's going to send the right fielder back at the wall. And that ball lands just in front of the warning track. Ryan Bando going to come across the plate with the 4th run of the inning. And Jay Woodford, who narrowly missed a home run there into the wind, trots into second base with an RBI double. So a pair of hits for Woodford now in the day as he has a single and a double and an RBI. That's going to bring up John DeWolf. He hits a ball to short left field. That ball's going to drop in off the glove of Liam Buckley. Woodford going to come across the plate. And the Cardinals now extend their lead to 5-0 on the single from DeWolf. His second of the day. Second hit of the day to go with a double in his first at bat. That ball fouled off the foot of first baseman Andrew Mullen. Mullen flew out to right field in his first at bat. Ball hit down the third base line, just foul outside the bag. Nate Hamill up 0-2 now on Mullen. Another ball down the left field line. That one ripped foul again. 5-0 Erindale Cardinals as we play here in the top of the second inning. Everything was looking pretty smooth for the Red Sox with 2 outs in the first 2 batters, and then a error at second base followed by a series of hits have pushed 5 runs across here for Erindale. So that one chopped foul over by the Milton bench. Hamill comes set. DeWolf with his lead from first. That pitch misses outside for ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes, the count. Hamill with his sign. He comes set. Here's the pitch. That one hit towards left field. Must have hit off the hands a little bit. There's the third baseman, Josh Maxwell, able to make the catch. And that's all for the Cardinals here in the top of the second inning. Not for before they're able to put together a big inning there, though, as they score 5 runs on 4 hits. There was 1 Milton error, and the Cardinals leave 1 runner on base. Score after 1.5 innings of play here at Glenn Turner Field. It is the Erindale Cardinals 5, the Milton Red Sox no score. We're going to take a quick break. Today's action being brought to you by Gold sponsor Benny's Sportswear in Windsor, Ontario. Thank you so much to our sponsors who have helped us out through the course of this year. We'll take a quick break as Prem Nayak heads back out to the mound with his warm-up pitches, and we'll be right back. So we're set to go here in the bottom of the second inning. Milton coming to bat. The Red Sox had a little bit of a meeting there in front of the bench after that last inning. Again, a little bit of, shouldn't say bad defense. There was just 1 error that led to an extension of that inning for the Cardinals, and they were able to take full advantage as they had 5 hits that inning. I said 4 before we went into the break, as left fielder Aaron Nash fouls that one off at the plate. First baseman Chris Smorenberg waits on deck. He's due up second. The shortstop Christian DeCruz due up third this inning for the Red Sox. That pitch misses for a ball. 1-1 pitch. Curveball hit on the ground to third. DeWolf up with that one. Cross the diamond to Mullen. In time to retire ERIN Nash at first base for the first out of the inning. So 1 out. That's going to bring up the Milton first baseman, Chris Smorenberg. His first at bat against Arundel right-hander Prem Nayak. Slider down and in and to the backstop for ball one. Count 1 ball, no strikes. That ball hit on the ground to short. It takes a big hop up and over the head of Pip Murray-Smith and into left field. Red Sox with their first runner of the inning now with 1 out on the single there from Smorenberg. Shortstop Christian DeCruz now at the plate. First pitch. Fastball in the outside corner for strike one. No balls, 1 strike to count. Nah, gonna step off, have a look over to first. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Curveball fouled up and over the Arundel dugout and out of play for strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes now the count on Christian DeCruz. That pitch just misses the outside corner for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count now. That one hit towards first base. Just missed by Andrew Mullen, but that one sails foul down the right field line. So count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter, Christian DeCruz. 1 out here, Chris Smorenberg, the runner at first for the Red Sox. He just hit a single in his at-bat. You're going to check over to first. Smorenberg back in lots of time. Nayak with the long look in to catcher Luke Mabley. He has the sign he wants. Here's the pitch. Curveball hit on the ground towards short. Slow roller, Pip Murray-Smith with the play. They'll get the out at second base for the second out of the inning. And DeCruz is going to reach on the fielder's choice. So DeCruz switches spots with Smorenberg at first as he reaches on the fielder's choice. 2 outs. And that's going to bring up the second baseman, Matt Fusco. That pitch misses for a ball. Runner takes off to second. A little bit of a bobble there by the catcher, Luke Mabley. So DeCruz makes his way to second on the bobble at the plate. So count 1-1 now on the second baseman, Fusco. 5-0 Arundel in this one, playing in the bottom of the second inning. Game 1 of 2 here today. Good fastball there from Nayak, swung on and missed by Fusco for strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes to count. Another good pitch there from Nyack. He swings and misses. Fusco down on strikes to end the inning. And the threat here for the Red Sox in the bottom of the second inning. For Milton, they scored no runs on one hit. There were no Arundel errors. And Milton leaves one runner on base. The score after 2 complete innings of play here at Glen Turner Field in Milton, Ontario. It is the Arundel Cardinals who lead this first game of a doubleheader by a score of 5-0 over the Milton Red Sox. We'll take a quick break here on our CABC live stream. Today's stream being brought to you by Gold sponsor Benny's Sportswear in Windsor, Ontario. We'll be right back here after a short break. Welcome back. We're all set for the top of the third inning now. It's going to be center fielder ERIN Palmer leading things off. 6, 7, 8 due up here for the Cards. Catcher and Luke Mabley due up second. Second baseman Jackson Pike due up third. First pitch from right-hander Nate Hamill. Fastball in the inside corner for strike one. Palmer 0 for 1 today, flew out to right field in his first at bat. That pitch belted down the left field line, but it is going to hook foul. So the count, no balls and 2 strikes here as Hamill gets his sign. Here's the pitch. That one misses down and away for ball 1. And first of 2 here today from Glen Turner Field on Milton Red Sox Alumni Day here at the park. That ball hit back up the middle, off the glove of Hamill, off to shortstop, but DeCruz is going to be not able to come up with that one. Palmer's going to reach first on the infield single. Tough play there for Hamill as he was able to get his glove on that one, but just scored it away enough. Palmer was able to beat the play to first base. We have a runner on first with nobody out. Catcher Luke Mabley steps in now. 0 for 1 today, grounded out to second base in his first at bat. That one hit on the ground to second. Fusco up with that one, throws to second. They're able to get the lead runner there as Palmer is retired, but Mabley going to remain at first on the fielder's choice. So 1 out for the number 8 hitter now, second baseman Jackson Pike. He takes a first pitch ball from Nathan Hamill. Mabley with his lead from first. That one popped up towards first base. Smorenberg with the effort there, but unable to come up with that one, so that evens the count now. At 1 ball and 1 strike. Slider going to miss outside for ball 2. Again, beautiful day for baseball here in Milton. Sun is out, a little bit windy here at the park today. Not too hot, so pretty much the perfect playing conditions. As that slider is going to get fouled into the backstop for strike 2. So the count now even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Luke Mabley, the runner at first with 1 out here. That ball hit towards the right center field gap. That's going to get over the outfielder's head and all the way to the fence. Luke Mabley on his way to third. Jackson Pike going to get the stop sign at second. That's a 1-out double for Jackson Pike. The Cardinals now with runners at second and third. And 1 out. Bottom of the order doing a lot of damage here for the Cardinals in this one. 7, 8, 9 hitters have now gone 3 for 5. With Walling stepping in now here for his second at bat. He'll take that pitch down for ball 1. He had a single back in his first at bat in the second inning. He's also come around to score 1 of 5 runs for the Cardinals in this one. Good pitch there from Hamels. That one's fouled into the mid of catcher Jacob Siracusa for strike 1. Five nothing Arundel here as we play top of the third inning. That pitch misses up for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike to count here on the right fielder, Walling. That slider swung on and missed for strike 2. Count even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Corners in a little bit for the Red Sox. Middle infielders playing pretty much straight up. As that ball hit in the air towards second base. Second baseman Matt Fusco going to make the call and the catch. So Walling down for the second out here in the inning. So we will have a runner here at third base. One of the in-house rules, league rules for the Coba Major League with 2 outs. They do allow a runner for the catcher just to keep the game moving. So Adam Alcaraz going to come in and run there as Pitt Murray-Smith laces that one to right field. That's going to get down in front of Ben Singh for a single. Alcaraz getting the wave. So is Jackson Pike. And that is a 2-out, 2 RBI single for Pitt Murray-Smith. And the Cardinals now extend their lead in this one to a score of 7-0. Left fielder Ryan Bando going to step in. He fouls that one into the backstop for strike 1. Bando 1 for 2 today with a single. Also has an RBI and a run scored. That one popped up behind the dish. It is going to stay in play and land just at the base of the backstop for strike 2. All right, fix our scoreboard there. We only have a runner on first now. So count no balls and 2 strikes here on the left fielder Bando. Murray-Smith with the lead from first, and that slider drops in there for a called strike 3. And Bando's down on strikes for the third out here in the inning. Another productive inning for the Arundel Cardinals, though, as they scored 2 runs that inning on 3 hits. There were no Milton errors, And there was one runner left at first base. The score after 2.5 innings of play here at Glen Turner Field. It is the Arundel Cardinals with a commanding 7-0 lead over the Milton Red Sox right now. In game one of a twin bill here between the two teams. Again, today's stream being brought to you by Gold sponsor Benny's Sportswear in Windsor. We'll take a quick break here as we do look like we have some defensive changes for the Cards. We'll get to those just after a short pause. So after 2 good innings from right-hander Prem Nyack, we do have a pitching change this inning for the Cardinals. Number 48, Declan Sweeney, going to make his way into the game. He'll face the bottom third of the Milton order here in the home half of the third inning. Right fielder Ben Singh to lead things off as he takes ball 1. Number 9 hitter and designated hitter Luke Crowley waits on deck. And then it is back to the top of the order for center fielder Liam Buckley. That pitch misses outside for ball 2. Seven nothing Cardinals here as we play in the bottom of the third inning. That pitch misses just up for ball 3. So 3-0 count here on the right fielder Ben Singh. That one misses up as well. So Singh going to make his way to first with the leadoff walk. That's going to bring up the designated hitter Luke Crowley. So Crowley will dig in here for his first at bat. Right-hander Declan Sweeney takes over this inning from Prem Nyack. That pitch finds the outside corner for strike 1. Oh, 0-1 the count. Singh with his lead from first. He takes off for second. That pitch up for ball. The throw to second is not in time as Singh is in there safely. So the count now 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch to Crowley. That one up in the zone as well for ball 2. 2-1 on the batter Crowley. Bottom of the third inning here. Nobody out. Runner on second. 7-0 Arundel in this one. Little check swing there from Crowley. That one called a strike from home plate umpire. So count even now 2-2. Sweeney has his sign. Comes set at the belt. Here's the pitch. That one just misses the outside corner for a ball. Fills the count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count pitch from Sweeney. Sails out and away for ball 4. A pair of walks have the Milton Red Sox threatening here in the home half of the third inning now. We'll go back to the top of the order for center fielder Liam Buckley. Liam 0 for 1 today, grounded out to third base in his first at bat, back in the first. I can hear that we have action in both bullpens right now. From my vantage point, I can't see who it is, but we'll keep an eye for you on both bullpens. So we play here again, structured a little bit different than normal here because of the doubleheader. Games are only 7 innings. That pitch finds the outside corner for strike 1 instead of the regular 9 innings that are played in these games. Sweeney comes set at the belt. Couple of looks to second. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Slider that drops in on the inside corner for strike 2. Sweeney quickly up here now, 0-2 on the batter Liam Buckley. Third baseman Josh Maxwell waits on deck. 0-2 pitch. Change up, chop to third base. Mullen going to back up, take it on the big hop. He'll run over and step on first. So both runners will advance on that play. Buckley out at first. So we have runners at second and third now for the third baseman, Josh Maxwell. Maxwell 0 for 1 today. He struck out back in the first. That pitch misses up for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one way up for ball 2. Count now 2-0 here on Maxwell. Milton trying to break the goose egg here in the bottom of the third. They currently trail this game 7-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Sweeney. Fastball hit on the hands out towards center field. That's going to drop in for a single. 1 run going to come in. Second runner getting the wave. And that is a 2-out, 2-run single. Sorry, 1-out single for Josh Maxwell. And the Red Sox finally on the board here in the third inning as they now trail 7-2. Sweeney with the check over to first base. Maxwell back in time. Catcher Jacob Siracusa, the batter now. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. Another look over to first. Maxwell back in plenty of time. That pitch missing for a ball. So 1 ball to count now on catcher Jacob Siracusa. Another check to first. Runner Maxwell back in time. So I'm going to fix our scoreboard here again. That pitch fouled back and out of play just to the left for strike 1. One and one the count. Maxwell the lead from first. Here's the pitch from Sweeney. That one hit on the ground towards second base. Backhand play there from Pike. Gets the lead runner at second. Unable to get the runner at first. So Syracuse are going to reach on the fielder's choice. Nice backhand play there from Arendelle second baseman Jackson Pike for the second out. We are going to have, again, league rule here. So Syracuse being the catcher today, we are going to have a pinch runner at first for him to come in and be able to get his gear on here. And that's going to bring up the left fielder, Aaron Nash, 0 for 1 with a ground out to third base. Sweeney going to check over to first, runner back in time safely. That pitch going to miss outside for ball one to Nash. 7-2 Erindale over Milton here in the bottom of the third inning. Game one of a doubleheader here between these two teams today. I'm going to check over to first again. Runner back in time. Another check to first. Runner back in time. I believe that's Xavier over doing the running at first. Sweeney pretty preoccupied with him right now as he's thrown over 2 or 3 times so far. Xavier out to a big lead again. He takes off to second. Here's the throw from catcher Mabley. He gets back to the bag safely as he almost overran second base there. So runner on second now for Nash. I believe that pitch was called a ball as it was just up in the zone. Sweeney set. Here comes the pitch. Ooh, that went up and over the head of Nash as he's able to just duck out of the way. I believe the count is 3-0. Here's the 3-0 pitch. And a fastball on the outside part of the plate for strike one. Count now 3-1. First baseman Chris Smornberg waits on deck. If the inning is extended here. 3-1 pitch. That one hit off the end of the bat back towards Sweeney. Gets past him. A lot of English on that ball. Jackson Pike unable to come up with that cleanly. And the infield single for Nash extends the inning here for the Sox as they now have runners on the corners and 2 outs. So Sweeney will reset here as he now faces Smornberg. 1-for-1 with a single back in the second inning. That pitch misses outside for ball one. The Red Sox already with 2 runs here in this inning, threatening for more as they have the runners at the corners here. Xavier, the runner at third. ERIN Nash, the runner at first. Is Sweeney going to check on him with a throw? He's back safely. Here's the pitch. That went off the end of the bat as well, but that will go foul just by the feet of third base coach Dave Clark. So the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Sweeney. That pitch finds the top of the zone for called strike 2. Not to the liking of Smornberg there as he thought that one was up. Count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Sweeney. Runner takes off towards second. That one hit towards left field. It's going to send Bando back a couple of steps, and he's able to make the catch. Almost a little too nonchalantly there, as that one looked like it was peeking out of his glove. But he's able to squeeze it. And that is all for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the third inning. But Milton able to break through on the scoreboard that inning. They're able to get 2 runs on 1 hit. There were no Erindale errors. And the Sox leave a pair of runners on base. We're through 3 innings of play here at Glenn Turner Field. The score, it is the Erindale Cardinals 7 the Milton Red Sox 2. We're going to take a quick break here on Alumni Day here at the park for the Milton Red Sox. Great crowd that's filtered in. Again, thank you to our gold sponsor, Benny's Sportswear, today's sponsor of our live stream. We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back in a couple of minutes. So Nate Hamill back out for the fourth inning. The middle of the order coming up for the Cardinals is they'll send Jay Woodford to the dish first here, followed by third baseman John DeWolf. And the first baseman Andrew Mullen due up third. That pitch just misses down and away for ball one. 7-2 Arundel leads Milton here in game number 1 of this Coba Major Baseball League doubleheader at Glenn Turner Field. That one going to find the outside corner for strike one. Woodford, good day so far. 2 for 2 with a double and a single. He's scored a run and has an RBI. That slider going to miss the outside corner for ball 2. Two balls, one strike to count. That pitch misses as well for ball 3. Hitters count here for Woodford now. 3-1. Hamill comes set. Here comes the pitch. That one belted down the right field line, but just foul. We'll fill the count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hamill has his sign from catcher Jacob Siracusa. Here's the pitch. We'll change up that's popped up on the infield. Third baseman Josh Maxwell makes the call and the catch. And Woodford is retired for the first time today, for the first out here in the top of the 5th inning. It's going to bring up third baseman John DeWolf. DeWolf, also 2 for 2 today with a double and a single and an RBI. That ball belted down the left field line, but it is going to hook foul. Sit at the base of the fence in the outfield. First baseman Andrew Mullen waits on deck, due up third this inning. 0-1 pitch from Hamill. Slider hit down the left field line, also foul. So Hamill very quickly ahead of DeWolf here, 0-2. Hamill with the sign now and comes set. That one hit on the ground to third. Cross the diamond and in time to retire DeWolf for the second out.
Oh, yeah.
Just giving our microphone a test here to make sure we're back. Sorry, my other one ran out of juice, so I don't know if I caught the last part of that. But again, for the Cards in the top of the fourth, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. The score remains 7-2 Arundel over the Milton Red Sox here. Game number 1 of 2 on the day that we will be bringing you. We'll take a short break here. Today's stream brought to you by gold sponsor Benny's Sportswear in Windsor, Ontario. We thank them as well as all our sponsors for our CABC website this year. Your help always greatly appreciated. We'll be right back here in a couple of minutes. All right, welcome back here as we're set for action in the bottom half of the fourth inning. New pitcher on the mound here for the Cardinals this inning. Nate Aylesworth takes over from Declan Sweeney last inning as he gets shortstop Christian DeCruz to swing through that one for a strike. So Aylesworth up 1 ball, 2 strikes here. That one popped up and straight back over our heads here and out of play. Prem Nyack was the starter of this game for the Cardinals. He went the first 2 innings, allowing only a single with no runs. Declan Sweeney took over in the third, gave up a pair of earned runs. That ball chopped down the third baseline foul by the shortstop DeCruz. So count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes as Aylesworth continues his work here, taking over in the fourth inning for Arundel on the bump. Slider that's going to be fouled into the backstop. So DeCruz keeps himself alive. Another 1-2 pitch chopped on the ground to short. Murray Smith up with it across the diamond. And he's able to retire DeCruz by a step at first for the first out here in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to do something in between.
That pitch to second baseman Matt Fusco misses outside for ball 1. That ball bounced in and to the backstop here for ball 2. So Aylesworth comes set. Here's the pitch to Fusco. That one's up and away for a ball as well. Fusco 0 for 1 today. He was down on strikes in the second inning. Sorry, the count now 3-0, not 2-1. My apologies. Here's the pitch from Aylesworth. That one just misses up for ball 4. And the Red Sox have a runner aboard here with 1 out in the home half of the fourth inning. Right fielder Ben Singh will make his way to the dish. Singh with a walk in his first plate appearance. Came around to score a run as well. Has a stolen base as that pitch is in there for strike one. No balls, one strike to count. Fusco takes his lead from first. Aylesworth going to check on him. He's back safely. That pitch misses outside from Aylesworth for a ball. (7-2) Erindale leads this game right now in the bottom of the fourth inning over the Milton Red Sox. Another check over to first. Fusco back in time. Long look over by Aylesworth at first. A pitch in there for a strike. Snap throw down to first. Not in time as Fusco goes back safely with that pitch called a strike at the plate. I believe the count now is 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 the count. Here's the pitch from Aylesworth. Slider hit off the hands towards short right field. That is going to get down for a single. Walling with the throw to second base, but not in time as Fusco in there safely. The single off the bat of Ben Singh. As runners now at first and second base for the Red Sox. Number 9 hitter and designated hitter Luke Crowley up to the plate. He also walked in his first at bat, came around to score one of the 2 runs that inning for the Milton club. First pitch from Aylesworth, hit towards center field. Palmer going to saunter over to his left. He'll make the catch. Runner tagging at second, but will not advance. And with 1 pitch, Aylesworth able to retire Crowley. My apologies for the second out of the inning. Liam Buckley. Getting some names mixed up here. Liam Buckley now digs in for his third at bat of the game, 0 for 2. The pair of groundouts to third base and first base, respectively. First pitch from Aylesworth. Up and away for ball 1. Third baseman Josh Maxwell waits on deck if this inning is extended. Here's the pitch from Aylesworth. That one way outside for ball 2. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Hitters count here for Buckley as the Red Sox look to try and continue to claw their way back into this one. Runners at first and second, but there are 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Aylesworth, the inside move. Nobody there, so he'll make his way back to the mound. Young Erindale pitchers here trying to do what they can to keep the runners on the base paths at bay here for the Red Sox. That fastball up for a ball. 3 balls now the count on Buckley. Third baseman Josh Maxwell waits on deck. 7-2 Erindale here in this game as we play in the bottom of the 4th. That 3-0 pitch right down the heart of the plate for strike 1. Buckley still in control here. 3-1 count. Runner in scoring position. At second base is Matt Fusco. Ben Singh, the runner at first. Here's the pitch. That one up and in for ball 4. And the bases are now loaded for the Milton Red Sox here. Up strides the man responsible for driving in the only 2 runs of the day so far for the Red Sox, third baseman Josh Maxwell. Maxwell 1 for 2 with a single and those 2 RBIs. First pitch from Aylesworth, hit on the ground towards short. Murray Smith's going to have to make his way to his right. A diving stop there to keep it on the infield, but unable to flip to Pike at second base. And everyone is safe, and that will bring in a run for Milton. So they now cut the lead to 7-3. Bases remain loaded here. So that's going to bring up a very dangerous hitter and catcher, Jacob Siracusa, here with the bases loaded. First pitch from Aylesworth. Big hack, and that one fouled into the backstop for strike 1. So Maxwell going to reach on the fielder's choice. No RBI on that play. Milton able to continue to chip away here now as they now trail 7-3 after trailing 7-0 early in this one. That ball hit on the ground, up the middle. Backhand play there from second baseman Jackson Pike on to first. Siracusa is retired to nullify the Milton threat here in the bottom of the 4th. But the pesky Red Sox continue to chip away here. They get 1 run on 1 hit. There were no Arundel errors. And the Red Sox leave 3 on base. The score after 4 complete innings of play here at Glenn Turner Field, it is the Arundel Cardinals 7 and the Milton Red Sox 3. Again, game number 1 of 2 that are going to be played here today between these 2 clubs on Milton Red Sox Alumni Day here at the park. A big thank you to our gold sponsor, Benny's Sportswear, the sponsor of today's live stream. We'll take a quick break as Nathan Hamill makes his way back out to the mound for the top of the 5th. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Right-hander Nate Hamill just about done with his warm-up pitches here as we enter the top of the 5th inning. 6, 7, 8 due up here for the Arundel Cardinals with center fielder Aaron Palmer leading things off. Catcher Luke Mabley due up second. And it will be the second baseman young Jackson Pike due up third. 7-3 Arundel as we play here, entering the top of the 5th. Again, because it is a doubleheader today, the regular 9 innings will not be played. It'll be 2 7-inning games as Hamill loses that one in the sun on a little punch shot back to the mound from Palmer, but he's able to recover and get the ball to first base in time for the first out. Palmer 1 for 3 now on the day with a single. Catcher Luke Mabley makes his way up now 0 for 2. Grounded out to second base. He had a fielder's choice in his last at bat. That pitch misses down for ball 1 as it comes to the backstop. Again, beautiful day out here in Milton. Bright sunshine out. That pitch misses just down for a ball as well. Count now 2 balls and no strikes. That ball popped up in the air as well. Tough sun in the sky, but Josh Maxwell able to make the catch. And very quickly, there are 2 outs here in the top of the 5th for Nate Hamill and the Milton Red Sox. Seems to have been a bit of a nemesis today, though, for the Milton club, though, as the Erindale team has scored pretty much all 7 of their runs with 2 outs. So Jackson Pike going to take the first pitch from Hamill inside for ball 1. 2 for 2 today with a pair of runs, a double and a single for Pike. That one belted towards left field, and it is going to get down and inside the line fair. Pike going to make the turn and go for second. Here's the throw from left field. Not in time. And the youngster, Pike, with his 3rd hit of the day, his 2nd double. Right on cue. The Cards with a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs. That's going to bring up the right fielder, David Walling. So Pike will take his lead from second. The first pitch to Walling. The fastball that misses outside for ball 1. One and 0 the count. Here's the pitch from Hamill. Slider that misses outside for ball 2. Top of the order on deck with Pip Murray-Smith awaiting an opportunity here if the inning is extended. Good fastball there from Hamill. Finds the outside corner for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. 2 outs, top of the 5th. Jackson Pike, the runner at second. He just hit a 2-0 double down the left field line. Here's the pitch to Walling. That one belted, but it is going to be foul and out of play on the right side, just over the Erindale dugout. The count is now even at 2-2. Hamill trying to dig deep here to keep the Erindale club at bay. That ball hit on the ground is short. Big hop there for Christian DeCruz. Throws across the diamond to first. Able to retire David Walling by a step. And that's all for the Erindale club here in the top of the 5th inning. They score no runs on 1 hit. There were no Milton errors. And the Cards leave 1 runner on base. The score after 4.5 innings of play. It is the Erindale Cardinals 7, the Milton Red Sox 3. Again, we're here at Glenn Turner Field at the Milton Sports Complex for Milton Red Sox Alumni Day. First of 2 games we're going to be bringing you today. Also, a big thank you to our gold sponsor, Benny's Sportswear, the sponsor of today's live stream. We'll take a quick break as Nate Aylesworth makes his way back out for his 2nd inning of work. We'll be right back in a few seconds. Just about ready to rock here in the home half of the 5th inning. Right-hander Nate Aylesworth back out to the mound for Arundel in his 2nd inning of work. 3rd pitcher of the day for the Cards, Prem Nyack, was the starter. He went 2 clean innings, allowing no runs with 1 hit. Declan Sweeney took over after that, gave up a pair of Ernies in the 3rd inning. And now Aylesworth back out for his 2nd inning of work. As that one takes a hop at 3rd base, throw across the diamond by Pitt Murray-Smith. Not in time, though, as left fielder ERIN Nash able to reach on the infield single. And the leadoff man aboard here for the Red Sox in the 5th with first baseman Chris Smorenberg making his way to the plate now. Smorenberg 1 for 2 today with a single. Aylesworth comes set. Here's the pitch. That one popped up towards 3rd base. It is going to stay in play. DeWolf makes his way over, trying to judge the win. He makes the catch. And on 1 pitch, Smorenberg is retired for the first out here in the bottom of the 5th. So that's going to bring up the shortstop, Christian DeCruz. 0 for 2 today at a fielder's choice, grounded out to shortstop in his last at bat. Aylesworth going to check the runner at first. ERIN Nash back safely. So Cruz, the batter, 2nd baseman Matt Fusco waits on deck if the inning is extended. Nash with his lead from first. Here's the pitch from Aylesworth. Curveball just misses up in the zone for ball 1. 7-3 Cards over the Red Sox here in the bottom of the 5th. Game 1 of 2 here today. We will have coverage for you for both of them. Another check over at first. Nash back safely. Young Cardinals pitchers have done a pretty good job today for the most part of keeping Milton base runners honest over there. We got another check. Nash back safely. So DeCruz, going to dig back in here. Here's the pitch from Aylesworth. Hit on the ground between short and 3rd and into left field for a single. And we have runners at 1st and 2nd now with 1 out. 2nd baseman Matt Fusco going to make his way to the plate. Pair of singles here for the Red Sox in the home half of the 5th. A little bit of a jam here now for young right-hander Nate Aylesworth to work out of. Here's the first pitch to Fusco. That one fouled off at the plate. So the count 0-1 here on Fusco. 0 for 1 today, struck out in the 2nd. He had a walk in his last at bat. Scored the only run of the inning for the Red Sox in the 4th. That pitch just sails outside for a ball. Good tail on that fastball from Aylesworth. We hope you're enjoying the coverage so far. If you're watching on our stream, make sure to drop us a note. Let us know where you're watching from. Of course, this game going out nationally. That ball hit towards 3rd, on a line, and catch made there. Throw across the diamond. As Cruz had a big lead at 1st and was unable to get back in time. And the 5-3 double play is going to end the threat. for Milton here in the bottom of the 5th inning. They get no runs on 2 hits. There were no Arendelle errors. And the Red Sox leave 1 runner on base. We are through 5 innings of play here at Glen Turner Field in beautiful Milton, Ontario. The score remains the Arendelle Cardinals 7, the Milton Red Sox 3. We're going to take a very quick break here from the action. A few changes coming up here defensively for the Red Sox. We'll get to those on the other side of the break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Just about ready for action here in the top of the 6th inning from Glen Turner Field here in Milton, Ontario. Defensive change here for the Red Sox. Now in at pitcher is number 35, Nick Edwards. So that's it for the day for right-hander Nate Hamill as he exits this game after 5 innings, giving up 7 runs. Edwards is going to be facing the top of the order here for the Cardinals as shortstop Pitt Murray Smith will lead things off. Left fielder Ryan Bando due up second, and it will be the designated hitter Jay Woodford due up third. 7-3 Cardinals lead this one over the Red Sox right now as we enter the top of the 6th. Again, first of 2 games here today with this twin bill at the park for Milton Red Sox Alumni Day. That first pitch from Edwards in there for strike 1. So the count, no balls, 1 strike. Edwards able to pour another strike in there for strike 2. Way up in this at bat now. 0-2 on the shortstop, Murray Smith. He's 1 for 3 today with a single and a run. He also has a pair of RBIs. That one misses up for ball 1. Here's the 1-2 pitch. In on the hands, ripped down the right field line, but foul as Coach Tim Gasparado does a little dance to get out of the way of that one. First inning of work here for the left-hander Nick Edwards as he takes over from starter Nate Hamill. Another 1-2 pitch. Up in the zone. Murray Smith able to hold his swing. Evens up the count now 2-2. So Edwards with the long look in here to catcher Jacob Siracusa. Here's the pitch. That one up in the zone as well for ball 3. So after being down 0-2, Murray Smith able to battle himself back into a full count here. Here's the pitch from Edwards. Fastball up and away for ball 4. So the leadoff man aboard here for the Cards in the 6th. Again, we will have a second game here today. We will be having that coverage for you as well. That game will be starting approximately around 2:30 or half an hour after this game is completed as Ryan Vando takes that pitch for strike one. Vando 1 for 3 today. He had a single back in the 6th inning. Scored a run and has an RBI as well. He's popped out to shortstop and struck out in his last at bat. As Edwards checks over on Murray Smith at first. He's out to a pretty good lead. He takes off to second, throw over to first. Throws to second. And Murray Smith tagged out at second base. I think the coach is going to go and ask for an explanation here on that move to first, as it did look very close to being a balk. So the putout for Murray Smith is a 1-3-6 putout on the pickoff for the first out. Coaches got their explanation here, and we're set to go. Here's the pitch to Bando. That one misses outside for a ball. So one out here, top of the 6th inning now. 7-3, Erindale leading the Milton Red Sox in this first game of a twin bill between the two teams. Here's the pitch from Edwards. That one comes back over the outside corner for strike two. Count now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That one hit on the ground to second. Fusco makes his way to his right. Up clean with it, on to first. Picked up there by Smorenberg. And Bando's down for the second out. Here in the top of the 6th. So that's going to bring up one of the more dangerous hitters today for the Cardinals, Jay Woodford. Woodford 2 for 3 with a double and a single. He has a run and an RBI. He popped out to third in his last at bat. First pitch from Edwards. That one popped just off the top of the backstop for strike one. Third baseman John DeWolf waits on deck if the inning is extended here. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Woodford. That one is belted to right field. That's going to sing back to the fence, and this time that one is out of here. Woodford came within inches of his second at bat to hitting one out of the park. This one, no doubter, as it makes it out of the park to right center field. Woodford makes his way around the bases, and the solo bomb now gives the Cardinals an 8-3 lead in this one. Third hit of the day for Woodford to go along with a pair of runs and a pair of RBIs. So third baseman John DeWolf going to make his way to the plate. He hits that one a mile high to center field. Liam Buckley going to take a few steps to his right. He'll make the catch. And that is all for the Cards here in the top of the 6th, but they are able to add to their lead on a solo blast off the bat of designated hitter Jay Woodford. So the Cards, 1 run on 1 hit, no Milton errors, no one left. Score after 5.5 innings of play here at Glenn Turner Field. It is the Erindale Cardinals 8 and the Milton Red Sox 3. Take a short break, and we'll be right back for the home half of the 6th inning here in a few minutes. Welcome back. Bottom of the sixth upcoming here for the Milton Red Sox. They currently find themselves trailing this game by a score of 8-3. 8-9-1 due up for the Sox this inning, with right fielder Ben Singh leading things off. The DH Luke Crowley is due up second. And we're back to the top of the order with center fielder Liam Buckley due up third. As that ball hit on the ground towards second base, Jackson Pike in. He'll flip on to Mullen at first base. And Singh is down for the first out on one pitch. So one out here for young right-hander Nate Aylesworth, who enters his third inning of work in this one. He'll face the designated hitter and number 9 hitter Luke Crowley. He takes a hack at the first pitch and fouls that one off to the backstop. Crowley 0 for 1 today. He walked and scored back in the third. Flew out the center in the fourth. As he sees an 0-1 pitch here. As he squares the bunt, throws the bat at that one, but it is foul. So very quickly, Nate Aylesworth up 0-2 in this at-bat. The wind picks up here a little bit at Glenn Turner Field. Been a pretty good day for the most part. Just a little bit of cloud cover here to make it not too hot at the park. Beautiful day out there with the sun shining. 0-2 pitch. That one is a fastball in the inside corner. And it is a called strike 3. So Crowley down on strikes for the second out. So with 2 outs, we're back to the top of the order for the Red Sox. It will be center fielder Liam Buckley. 0 for 2 today. He walked in his last at bat. He's also grounded out to third base and to first base. First pitch from Nate Aylesworth. That one belted to center field. That's going to send the center fielder Palmer back a few hard steps. He camps under that and makes the catch. And the Red Sox are down in order here in the sixth. No runs, no hits, no Arundel errors, no runners left on base. Off we go to the top of the seventh inning here at Glenn Turner Field. The score remains the Arundel Cardinals 8 and the Milton Red Sox 3. Just a reminder, at the conclusion of this one, teams will get about a 20 to 30 minute break. We will be back with game 2 of this doubleheader as well here at the park. Approximately, from looking at my computer right now, I would say it's going to be very close to 2:30 for a first pitch for that one. So again, we hope you come back to join us for that one. We'll take a short break. Again, thank you to today's sponsor, Benny's Sportswear in Windsor, sponsor of the live stream for today's game, and we thank all of our sponsors for their generosity this year for helping out the site. You're all very greatly appreciated. Short break here. We're back for the top of the seventh in a few minutes. So left-hander Nick Edwards all done with his warm-up pitches. We're all set for the top of the seventh inning here. It will be the middle of the order due up for the Cardinals. First baseman Andrew Mullen to lead things off. Center fielder ERIN Palmer due up second. Catcher Luke Mabley scheduled to hit third. All against left-hander Edwards here, who took over after 5 innings of work from young right-hander Nate Hamill, who would currently be on the hook for the loss right now. Mullen takes that pitch down for a ball. That one also missing low for ball 2. Very quickly finds himself ahead here, 0-2. Pitch sails up and away for ball 3. Mullen playing first base today. Usually one of the mainstays on the mound for the Cards. Finding himself in the lineup today as he sees 4 pitches and 4 balls, and he'll make his way down to first. So the leadoff man aboard here for the Cardinals in the top of the 7th. That's going to bring up center fielder ERIN Palmer. Palmer 1-3 today with a single. That first pitch finds the zone for strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike to count. That one just sails outside for ball 1. Good tail on that pitch from Edwards. He's almost able to get Palmer to bite at that one. Count even though 1-1 as Mullen takes his lead from first. That pitch in the dirt, good block there from catcher Jacob Siracusa. Keeps that one in front. Makes the count now 2-1 on Palmer. Here's the pitch from Edwards. That one just missing inside for ball 3. Count now 3 balls and 1 strike. That pitch down and in is going to be ball 4. And the first 2 men aboard on walks here for Arundel. Up steps catcher Luke Mabley. Mabley 0-3 today. He grounded out the second. Reached on a fielder's choice. And popped out to third base as he takes strike 1 from the lefty Edwards. No balls, 1 strike to count. Mabley just out in front of that one a bit. Fouls it to the backstop for strike 2. Second baseman Jackson Pike waits on deck. Pretty good day for the young second baseman as he has 3 hits today, including a pair of doubles. 2 runs scored. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Mabley. That one just misses the outside corner for ball 1. Good 0-2 pitch there from Nick Edwards. That one hit on the ground to first. Just inside the bag, fair and down the right field line. Andrew Mullen going to get the wave. ERIN Palmer making his way to third. Mabley going to stop at first. And the Cards now have runners on the corners with nobody out on the RBI single from Luke Mabley. They extend their lead now to 9-3. So that's going to bring up the second baseman, Jackson Pike, who's having quite a day so far. As he swings through and misses that one for strike 1. 2-for-3 for the young second baseman. Pair of doubles and a single, and he has 2 runs scored. So he takes that one down and away for strike 2. A little bit low on that one. Pike going to take a second to reset here after that one. So Nick Edwards way up here, no balls, 2 strikes. That one down and in for ball 1. Runners on the corners, nobody out here. 9-3 Arundel as we play in the top of the 7th of this one. That pitch misses up and away for ball 2. Again, first of two games we're going to be bringing you here today. The second game due to start about half an hour after the completion of the first game. I would say right now probably approximately around 2:30, but we'll see at the end of this one. As Pike chases that one low and away and comes up empty on the swing. And he is down on strikes for the first out here in the top of the seventh. So with one out, still a little bit of work here to be done for left-hander Nick Edwards as runners remain at the corners. It's going to be right fielder David Walling making his way to the plate. Walling is 1 for 2 with a single and a run. Big hack at that pitch, but comes up empty for strike one. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Edwards. That one just misses outside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. That pitch inside just misses for a ball as well. 2-1 now the count. The right fielder David Walling. That one belted towards left field. The outfielders converging out there. Tag at third base. And the sac fly from Walling is going to bring in another run for Arendale. They now lead 10-3. So with 2 outs now, we're back to the top of the order for shortstop Pip Murray-Smith. With 2 outs, we do have a pinch runner at first as that one is chipped foul down the right field line. The pinch runner again is for the catcher there. Not sure who the runner is there as they are wearing Mark Taplin's jersey. I can tell you that is not Mark Taplin. So that pitch misses down for a ball, evens the count 1-1. That one popped up towards short left center field. Going to be a long run for the outfielder. And that just drops in front of them. The throw to third base. Not in time. So runner slides in safely. So again, the wind been playing havoc with a few balls here today. So that one drops in short left center field for a single for Pip Murray-Smith. That is his second hit on the day to go along with a pair of RBIs and a run. So runners at the corners here still. 2 outs. And it's going to be left fielder Ryan Bando stepping in. He takes a pitch up and in for ball one. Bando 1 for 4 today with a single and a run scored back in the second inning. He's also popped out to short, struck out, and grounded out to second base in his last at bat as he pounds that one foul down the right field line. Here's the pitch from Edwards. Swung on and missed by Bando for strike 2. That one looked like it had a little bit of tail on it inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. Runner takes off to second. Throw down. He's going to get cut off. So Murray-Smith with the stolen base. So 2 runners in scoring position here now and a 2-2 count on the left fielder Bando. Here's the pitch from Edwards. That one going to get hit to short right field. But Ben Singh right there as he catches that one on a line. Good piece there from Bando. but unfortunately comes up empty, and that is all for the Cards here in the top of the 7th. They are able to tack on some insurance runs, though, as they get 2 runs on 1 hit. There were no Milton errors, and a pair of runners left on base for Erindale. Last kicks at the can here for the Milton Red Sox in this one as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. They currently trail in this game by a score of 10-3 to the Erindale Cardinals. Nate Aylesworth going to make his way back out to the mound, try and shut this one down for the Cardinals. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 7th here in a few minutes. All right, we're all set for action here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 2, 3, 4 due up for the Red Sox. They have a bit of a mountain to climb here as they currently trail 10-3 in this one right now. Third baseman Josh Maxwell going to lead things off against right-hander Nate Aylesworth as he grounds to third base. Throw across the diamond by DeWolf, able to retire Maxwell for the first out. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 7th for young right-hander Nate Aylesworth, the third arm into the game for the Cards in this one, and he's done quite well for himself. He gave up a run in his first inning of work since then. Been smooth sailing for him. Had to escape a couple of jams. Now finds himself 2 outs away from getting a win here for Erindale as catcher Jacob Siracusa swings through that one for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. The slider misses down and in for ball 1. Again, following this game, there will be about a half an hour break for both teams. We will have a second game in this doubleheader between these same 2 teams coming up. We will have coverage for that one as well as that pitch misses down and away for ball 2. I would say probably going to be very close to around a 2:35 start for that one. I believe they do have some stuff planned between games, as it is Milton Red Sox Alumni Day here at the park. Very good crowd that's filtered into the park throughout the day. I know there's quite a few people down the left field line as well. Great to see a pretty good crowd here out today. So around 2:35-ish, 2:40 will be the start time for the next one. But for now, we're still involved here as Siracusa able to draw a walk. And the Sox have a runner aboard here with 1 out, and that's going to bring up the left fielder ERIN Nash, who is 2 for 3 today with a pair of singles. We do have a pinch runner coming in here for Siracusa as he makes his way off. Number 10, Ben Bishop, going to take over the running duties at first. So Aylesworth all set. He's going to check immediately on the runner at first, which has been a common theme throughout the day for the Cards pitchers. Trying to keep the speed game at bay here for the Milton club. Pitch from Aylesworth. That one belted down the left field line. That is going to get down for a single. Bishop going to make his way to second, makes a big turn, but he'll stop there. And the Cards now with runners on first and second with one out. So Nash will make his way out of this game as well, as we have another pinch runner over at first. I believe this is Xavier coming into the game now to run again. The first pitch to first baseman Chris Smorenberg in there for strike one. Smorenberg 1 for 3 today with a single back in the second. I believe it is Gavin Xavier that's running at first. That pitch misses for ball one. So 1-1 count here on the batter, Chris Smorenberg, playing first base today for the Red Sox. Here's the pitch. That one just misses the outside corner for a ball. 2-1 now the count. Bottom of the seventh. The Red Sox find themselves trailing in this game right now by a score of 10-3. They have runners on first and second with one out. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Smorenberg. That one popped down the left field line. It is going to stay in play, but the wind going to knock that one down, and it lands foul. Count now even at 2-2. So Smorenberg going to make his way back to the plate, retrieve his bat. Try and keep himself alive here in this AB now. So Aylesworth back to the mound here. 2-2 count on the first baseman, Chris Smorenberg. Pair of pinch runners here on base now. Ben Bishop, the runner at second. Gavin Xavier, the runner at first. Here's the pitch. Curveball swung on and missed by Smorenberg. And he is down on strikes for the second out here in the inning. And Milton down to their final out in this one now. Shortstop Christian DeCruz going to make his way to the dish. 1 for 3 today with a single back in the fifth inning. Right-hander Nate Aylesworth looking to try and close this one down. That curveball in the dirt. Good block there from catcher Luke Mabley. That one misses for ball one. Again, we will have a second game here today, as the teams are playing a double dip. That one will start a half an hour at the end, or after the end of this one. Inside move. Nobody at the bag, as Bishop was kind of leaning there a bit. We'll reset here now. The count 1-0 on DeCruz. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit on the ground to short. Backhand play there by Pip Murray-Smith. Takes the short route to second base. And that is the ball game, as the Milton Red Sox score no runs on one hit. There were no Arundel errors. And there were 2 runners left on base. The final score here in game number 1 at Glenn Turner Field, it is the Arundel Cardinals victorious over the Milton Red Sox by a score of 10-3. The winning pitcher in this one is Declan Sweeney. Nate Hamill will take the loss for the Red Sox. Again, we do have a second game coming up. It has been announced now that the start time for that one will be approximately 2:30. As everyone will take a quick break here, including the umpies who are going to go switch up plate and bases. Again, final score here from Milton. It is the Arundel Cardinals 10, and it is the Milton Red Sox 3. We'll be right back at 2:30 with game number 2 of this double dip. So stay tuned. Lots more Cobra Major Baseball League action coming from Glen Turner Field. Thank you so much for joining in this stream. We greatly appreciate your support, and we'll see you back here at 2:30. Take care.